I got a red alert, an absolute red alert for any IU fan out there, Notre Dame fan, whatever. I went to IU, spent 4 years there. I hate Notre Dame, I hate Michigan, and I hate the Philadelphia Flyers. Those are the 2, 3 teams I absolutely despise. I'm watching Notre Dame's tape. This team can play. This team is large. They are in charge, and they're an impressive football team. And now I'm making this video discussing why this is a huge challenge for IU. An absolute giant challenge for IU. I'm going to break down Notre Dame's offense. They essentially have 2 different formations, 2 different schemes that they run from. I'm going to talk about their defense. I'm also going to show, obviously, some tape here as well. It's what we do at Beers by the Ivy. We celebrate sports. We have fun time. We drink beer, obviously, in Wrigleyville. Have a great time. In baseball season, football season, we're down to business. We're breaking down tape. We're doing our thing. So many other YouTubers and people in the media just talk. In this channel, we actually show you and talk about the schemes of football because I love football. If you're watching this, I'm sure you love football too. Please consider subscribing. Let's jump into it. Once again, Notre Dame, I'm going to talk kind of like 2 different formations. I'm going to run the tape. Here we go. I'm fired up. I'm absolutely fired up. This is one of the baseline Notre Dame's offense formations. As you can kind of see here, receiver, tight end, other tight end or H-back, like a fullback type person, quarterback, other receiver, okay? This guy, Riley Leonard, their quarterback, he's like the poor man's Josh Allen. You know, he seriously is giant. He is huge. He has a quick release, not super quick like Mahomes, but quick like Josh Allen. Flicks the wrist, goes down the field. He's good at reading coverage, not great, but good at reading coverage, and he runs with absolute authority. He runs with absolute authority, okay? He literally runs just like Josh Allen runs. And so much of their offense, the Notre Dame offense, is built on their run game. Their offensive line is strong, they are big, they are large, and they pull. They don't pull that fast, but they do pull. I'm just talking speed of SEC, speed of like Big Ten, like Ohio State, speed of Oregon. Those teams' offensive linemen are faster. But I'll tell you right now, Notre Dame pulls with a little bit, I think, more power than those teams. I mean, when the boys get thundering, they thunder down. I tell you that. So much of this offense, once again, is all about the quarterback runs more than I even think the running back runs. But number 4, the running back, I'll get to him in a second, but I want to break this down here. You're going to see this on next Friday. I promise you, you're going to see this on Friday. This quarterback right here will run power to the right, okay? And Notre Dame they like thunderous power. They're going to pull this back guard. They're going to block here, block here. They're going to come through the hole and block this guy as a double team. And then they're going to fight across and get play side number. And I've gone through this for a few times. When you're blocking someone, there's different types of techniques. But when you're having to reach someone, you just want to capture the side of the defender where the ball is going. So if the ball is going out here on a QB power, then this guard just needs to capture this shoulder. So it's super important as a defender to read where the ball is going and capture that space. If not, you're going to get essentially closed off and blocked in, okay? But then look at this power that they have. And they did this so well against every single team this year. But you can see, look at this momentum that they have. I mean, the absolute raw power that this team can generate in the open field. Essentially, you're getting your quarterback up to the second level. Remember, in football, we have 1, which is the offensive line, 2, which is the linebackers, 3, which is the safeties. You're getting your quarterback one-on-one with the safety time and time again because of so much coverage. Now, how does IU beat this? These guys got to get off their blocks. That's the only way you beat. Because look at the numbers. You can do shifts and whatnot, but this is a man's game, okay? Let's jump into now the other formation. All right, this is the other formation, and it unlocks doors to the rest of their offense, especially in the skill game. Specifically, their running back, number 4, explosive as can be, really solid runner, also good at blocking. I don't know why he doesn't get any notoriety for the NFL. I mean, this dude from what I've seen on tape, very impressive back. All right, and then the receivers. One thing I'm going to say about the receivers is their receivers are physical, they are mean, and they are tough. They aren't these fast speed guys, right? They're not like agile, quick, get under you, catch the ball, get down. No, they're like, I'm going to hit you in the face. I'm going to catch this ball in your face. I'm going to elbow you in the face while I'm doing it. They are tough, tough, tough. And I'll tell you right now as well, they can block downfield. This full unit, Notre Dame offense, is extremely good at blocking, really good downfield blocking. By the way, IU's receivers are also very good at downfield blocking. All right, another really important element to this stretch, right, or this formation is the tight end. Notre Dame always has a tight end on the field. They always have one of these tall giant dudes. They have like 3 of them on their roster. Okay, this guy is always so important to the run game. If you're looking at Notre Dame's offense, figure out where the tight end is because there's some tells there on where he is, what he does he go in motion. Keep an eye on him. Okay, definitely keep an eye on him. But yeah, base formation, 5 offensive linemen, quarterback, running back, tight end, receiver, receiver, receiver. Okay. In the run game, they'll do this a bunch. They'll be in this formation, and they essentially will run right outside the tackle's hip. Tight end will come in and block here, block here, block here, kind of do like a workup. I don't want to really go through like the deep double teams, but they essentially run this like quick like handoff stretch, and he just takes it right off from a shotgun. It's nothing fancy, but once again, Notre Dame is a big body team, and they move bodies extremely well. IU's going to have to fight through these blocks and get in space and make a tackle. Okay? From a passing game, they like to do a lot of quicks, and I'll hopefully show a quick highlight of that. But you'll see in this exact formation, they'll have a guy like essentially run in here, run a quick slant. They'll run a lot of double slants, a lot of 5 yards in. They really like just to get like a quick 5 yards. All right, they do attack downfield. They're a decent back shoulder team, but I'm telling you right now, I use a better back shoulder team. Back shoulder meaning like, hey, this guy's going to run in a straight line, and either 2 things are going to happen. Either we're going to beat him deep, well, I guess 3 things. We're going to either beat him deep and hit him up here, or we're going to hit him in the intermediate on the back shoulder to the sideline, or he's going to essentially stop, and then we're going to throw him on like a 10-yard hitch. Okay? This is a Notre Dame's offense. This whole system. Let's jump into Notre Dame's defense. I'm not going to redraw it. I'm just going to kind of talk through it. In my opinion, I don't think Notre Dame's defensive line is good at all, and that's why their run defense isn't very good. I feel like Notre Dame's D-line is just absolutely average. All right, but their secondary are what their receivers are. Their secondary are mean, they are tough, and they play press. And what I mean by that is they line up right over the receiver and they hit you as soon as you come off the line of scrimmage. They press you. They're a physical secondary. And you don't see that a lot in college football. More in the NFL. But in college football, they mainly play off. No. These guys are directly right in your face, and they're telling you all game, I'm right here, brother. Let's compete. Absolutely love it. But that being said, there are times where you can beat them because they do play a lot of man. Because they're man-to-man, you can beat them, and I think that's something Notre Dame should look at, and I think they should play more zone against IU. But maybe they're strong enough to keep IU's receivers right there. But I'm just saying, IU's receivers are quick, nimble, and I think they'll fight through. So I do see, I'm kind of rumbling here, but I do see some of that changing. But I did want to point that out, all right? That's pretty much Notre Dame's defense. They're nothing that crazy. I think they're average at defensive line. They're fine or mediocre at linebacker, but their secondary is tough, mean, but their secondary can get beat. In closing, this game is going to be interesting because Notre Dame's only got one gear, and that's to freaking run down the field, hit you in the face, be physical, be bigger, be tougher. They're old school football, man. They're like the Pittsburgh Steelers. Toughness is their culture. Size and drive people away from the ball carrier is their culture. How is IU going to stack up? That's the question. Is IU going to try to play physical like them, or are they going to play their game, which is more, get people in open, get skilled players in open space, is more of IU's game. All right, I think Cignetti is an incredible coach. He's been in these tournaments. I like his chances. I think Freeman is also a good coach, went to Ohio State. I generally like him as well. I think Sig's a little bit better coach. But, at the end of the day, it's going to be rocking at Notre Dame Stadium. We got Touchdown Jesus. It's 4.5 hours apart from each other. IU fans are going to be there in spades. It's going to be an absolute crazy crowd. Smoking Cignetti's going to bring it home, hopefully. But that being said, what I just broke down and what I showed in the film, this Notre Dame team is no joke. If you're an IU fan, be prepared for an absolute tough-ass game. They're favored by 7 points for a reason. It's everything I showed. All right, I'm going to make another video that talks about what is IU going to do to attack them. But I just was pretty astonished by how impressive this Notre Dame team looked. And though I hate Notre Dame, I call it how it is. This is beers by the Ivy. I mean, this is football, technique, schemes, and in the summer, once again, we drink beer and we party. Football, we're all business. Very impressive. Very impressive. My only closing thought that I have is this QB power is going to drive me absolutely insane watching on Friday, because I don't know how IU is actually going to stop this driving force that I showed. All right, guys, please consider subscribing. Thanks for checking out my video course. Thanks for watching to the end. And yeah, we're just getting going here. Beers by the Ivy, having a good time. Just got some sweatshirts made. They'll probably be up in my shop in a couple of days, so you can check those out as well. All right, guys, thanks again. Rock and roll.